You generally can't see me right now, but you can definitely hear me. Some guy just look at me weird. In a pitch black dark. It is about 11:30 at night. I'm about to go hit the gym because I just came back from working on the brand and a few other things. Right now, I'm at the stage of the brand. It's so interesting to me because I'm looking at it from a whole different lens, and like sometimes I really just understand where people are at when you're doing the same thing and when you're really pushing and striving. And to take that time to really do a deep dive is to really use your resources. I think for tomorrow, my goal is to look at what places in Saudi Arabia, which I don't think there's gonna be many, but I'm gonna have faith in Allah that He can guide me to it. I know there's two places for sure got it. One of them cost $15,000. The other one costs it's free, I think, but you gotta pay for certain things, which I don't mind doing if I have the amenities and if I can get scholarships for it. But the most part is really doing a deep dive into this clothing brand stuff. I'm watching Kai Cenat really do it, and like people are trolling him and hating for him. To be honest, I don't care. Like, I take for what I see, not for what other people comment on. Like, people calling him performative for that. Like, when I saw that, because it's so crazy. I just gave my views to one of my friends, and he was like, "You don't think it's performative?" I said, "No, I think it's actually pretty cool because he's really like restarting his whole thing. I know he has the resources, he has money to go, but like, why not? Like, he's dropping his main source of income, his main source of eyes, and he's using it differently, and he's taking a different approach, and not everyone's gonna agree with him. But it's just like, I'm not Kai Cenat level, nor I am, but like, when I do the things I do, not everyone agrees with me, not everyone thinks it's a smart idea, and he has millions of people looking at him. I only have a couple, like a handful of people, So it's like, you really just have to, really focus on yourself. And his whole starting from the bottom just kind of made me think, like, I really want to do the same thing and really just, like, immerse myself into the brand. So, inshallah, make dua that I can get into something like that. Because right now I'm just doing that through the business side. It's, like, really trying to understand the business side of this and what can I do, like, with AI and create with it as much as possible. But at some point for me, like, I love the business side always, but I love the creativity side, like, as much as that. So to be hindered, like, I can learn on my own, like, learn how to draw on Adobe and all this other stuff, but like, that's not, I don't think, like yes, designing on Adobe and all this kind of stuff, yeah, but like a real designer, like a real designer, like, I be watching Clint and all this kind of stuff, and they use, and his really nice pieces, they all use, digital, because obviously that's what you send to the manufacturer, of course. But for the most part, it's the hand, the hand printed or whatever it is, the printed pictures of mood boards and hand drawn designs, and maybe some other old stuff from the computer, like from Adobe and whatnot. But like real, hands-on craft, like Kai, like whatever anyone says, like he made a whole leather bag from scratch, right? And a lot of people who do that, who are in college, do that regularly, right? But I love that idea of just like really starting from fresh and really diving deep into it. And I think that's how you gotta do everything. Like I was talking to one of the friend, and one who's a streamer, another one who's doing something else. And it's like, you can reach, like, you were doing 0 views a day, every single video, damn near. And then it went to 200 views per video. And then that was your new starting point, 200. Now you're getting a couple of thousand views per video. That's way better than it was before. Pat yourself on the back. Don't pat yourself too long, because you're at the new zero. And I feel like for me, my new zero is, I have a designer, I have all that stuff. Now what can I create? What can I do outside of mood boards? Like, what can I put to the pen and paper? What can I look at? What research am I doing? Like, not caring. Like, usually I'm about to walk by these people who speak Arabic, and I'm talking English to my phone like a retard. Who cares? Just freaking live life, do as you want. Keep starting from zero after you reach one goal into the next. Sorry, I scratched my nose. And just, live life. It's really all it is. Like, yeah, bro, it's really all it is. Like, there's all these other lessons that come with it, but it's just like, a lot like Cortez and Virgil. Virgil's like really, I feel like everyone's, you know, thing, but like for me, he really is like, I love his stuff, and not even just his stuff, because sometimes I don't even like it, to be honest. I really like his mindset and how he comes about doing what he does. And like, it's nice to see someone fresh doing that, and I want to, you know, I want to become part of that, but it's usually always the Americans, the Westerns, and it's like, I want to put on for my country, you know? I want to put on for myself. I want to show what I'm made of. And what I meant to say with Cortez is that, like, he said you always have to work as if you're just starting out, as if you just, you know, you just started and everything. And another way to look at it is just like what I've been saying, is that you got to start from zero. Like, every new milestone, that's your new milestone. You hit it, you achieved it. Celebrate, you know, reasonable amount. Don't like obviously don't let it blow up your head. But then now that's your new zero. How can you make that bigger? How can you make it better? You know? And it's just like having that mindset through and throughout. Like right now I'm going through a period where it's like I ran out of motivation, or it's coming to an end. What is my next step? What is my next tangible, or what is my next actionable step I can take to set myself apart, to continue the grind that I'm doing, to maybe even do the same thing, but just, you know, what is my next step? And not let my fears and my fears and my doubts and whatever it is doubt me, because I'm not gonna lie, today I did really good with the AI work and I figured some stuff out, right? But what didn't work out was before I even thought about, like, you know, pushing through, I started getting, like, you know, like, I didn't even say anything, but my mind already knew what it was feeling when it came to doubt. So I went on my phone for a bit, and then I was like, this is the cycle that I've been in. Like, when you start from zero again, you start from zero again. You don't go back. Like, you achieved it, and then you know, that's your new, you know, zero. Never want to go backwards. You know, so I don't want to go backwards on zero every time. Like, I don't want to keep restarting. You know, I want to mess up and fail, and then keep pushing forward from there, and then fail, and then succeed, and then after I succeeded, now I'm at a new zero. You know, so that's kind of where my mindset's at. Is like, I want to really get into the brand. I don't just want to make, design, and put out. I want to be intentional. But I just know. But what I want to add to that is that, like I said in the previous videos, like Bruno from New Project, he doesn't know how to draw or anything like that, but, you know, he's really good at looking at what he wants and all that kind of stuff, and you legit make mood boards and send it to a designer. So it's like, how can I, in that process, go to what the real zero is, so that I can push off that more, rather than just, you know, find a couple pictures off Pinterest and call it a day? Like, how can I incorporate my designs? How can I incorporate Jamal into these projects, into these designs? Like, what makes us into Jamal, you know? Like, not asking people what they think and going off what they think. Like, if I genuinely like it, and I ask someone if they like it or not, and they say no, someone else is definitely gonna like it. So someone else is definitely gonna put it on because I like it, because I made it, because of that story. So that's gonna be the ultimate goal, is just like really do it for me. You know, every new height, start from zero. But as I'm still technically at zero, you know, there's still nothing real tangible there, you know. But with continuous documentation as today, and continuous, you know, inputs, there's gonna be some good outputs. So I'm really like, I wouldn't say starting fresh, but starting with a fresh mindset, at least I would say, you know, going to it in a better way. Like for example, like I said, the Bruno, like, he probably only learned about fabrics really after the fact that he kept sending those things. Like, he probably didn't know. His friend kind of designed back and forth with the manufacturer until they got it right. Then he learned what the fabrics and hems and all that kind of stuff were. Or Marshall, I don't know how to say his name, from Team Psychotic. He just went to China, and he knows, like, hems and gauge, like whatever gauge or whatever, GSM, all this kind of stuff. Like, he knows it for sure. But at the same time, he just said when he went to China, he realized there's so much more that goes into it, and instead of saying make it better, it's like, oh, add this to this and this to that, and like he just learned a lot more. So it's like everyone has their story. You start from the beginning, refresh, go into it later. So my new zero is gonna be to the best of my ability, learn what I can through the fabric so that I have my manufacturers and through the business, you know. It's pretty normal, but I guess, like, you know, I've been looking at it in the wrong lens of like how to do it. Like, I'm just trying to like really automate it so much that I didn't even do anything yet to know what to automate, if that makes sense. But that's done with my tangent. Time to hit the gym. Let's get to it, boys.